Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is a product empties, one of my favorite videos to film. Despite that, I tend to hold on to my empties for a while. You know that if you've been watching me for a bit. The last empties video I partially filmed was 7 months worth of empties. You guys got to see my makeup and my skincare empties. I did film the second part of that video, but my camera ended up eating it. I did do a post, but in case you missed it, so sadly you will not see that second part. And that's why I've decided to just do another empty sooner. Also, so I can have more recent thoughts on these items. When I tend to take too long, 6 and 7 months, sometimes I forget what items are even in there. So that way these items are more recently on my mind. I'll let you know my thoughts on them and whether or not I will be repurchasing them if I haven't already. Some of my past empties will be linked down below in case you'd like to watch more after this video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up while you're watching if you enjoy it, and let's get into it. So here are my empties from the last 2 months. It's so nice to have them all contained in here. Usually I have this thing full plus 3 or 4 other bags. I'm gonna go ahead and dig through and separate them into categories. At the very bottom, I just found this bag and I'm so glad I write myself little notes or else I probably wouldn't remember. But this says things I didn't empty but decluttered, and there's 3 things in here. This is Dry Bar Triple Sec, and I do really love this. It's great for just putting some texture in the hair. I have fine hair and I have a lot of it and it very easily gets weighed down, and sometimes it just doesn't really hold its shape. So this helps to give me some of that. It gives me a little life to my hair. I pretty much always have this around. At some point it just started smelling a little off. I know the Dry Bar scent very well because I have so many of their products. I wouldn't say it smells bad, but I can tell that it's probably past its expiration date. Even though it's about halfway full, sadly I am decluttering this. I do already own another one of those, so I won't be buying that right away. And then I have the Luscious Lip Butter from Truly. I showed this in a video. I think it was my nighttime skincare regimen. I said in that video that I didn't really like this. It's kind of just like putting butter on your lips. It slides right off. It really doesn't do anything for moisture in the long term. But with this, I ended up dropping it onto my kitchen sink, onto my counter, and then into the sink, and it cracked. So I'm just gonna throw this away. I didn't like it anyway. And then the last thing I have in here is from Drunk Elephant. These are the DeBronzi Sunshine Drops. I've had these for probably 2 or 3 years now, and I know I'm not going to get through this. I use this a handful of times throughout the summer. You can mix it into your moisturizer or into your foundation, and it gives an overall bronze appearance. You can add a couple more drops if you want a little bit more, and I do like this. It's just not something that I use very often, and I know that it's also probably gone bad, so this is also going. So I usually don't have a ton of makeup items in my empties just because I have so much and I'm always rotating them. So it's very rare that I actually get through something completely. I have 2 lipsticks, and these I also have decluttered. They're not all the way used up. You can see that especially with this one. This is from Fenty. It's called Uninvited. It's their black liquid lipstick. I have mentioned that Fenty isn't a brand that I'm going to be buying from going forward just because their cruelty-free status is kind of in the gray area. I don't want to forget to mention that, but I went to apply this the other day and it did not smell very good. It smelled kind of fishy. You know that scent of expired makeup. Definitely not something that I want to put on my face, so I will be tossing this out. And then from Lawless, I have one of my all-time favorite liquid lipsticks. This is in the shade George, which is also my husband's name, but this is just the perfect pinky nude for me. When I don't know what else to wear, this is what I always throw on, day or night. And then the wear of it is also really nice. It doesn't crumble up on the lips. It's dry, of course, because it is a liquid lipstick. It has a drier feel to it, but I wouldn't say that it's drying. And when it does start to dissipate, it just fades really softly. It never gets chunky on the lips. And I bought a backstock of this probably a year ago. Of course, it's not doing it now, but there it goes. When I went to use this the other day, I noticed the cap came off. And yes, that could be an easy fix. I could glue it back together, but I've had this open for so long, and I also have that backstock that I should probably start using. So I've decided to just go ahead and declutter this this one. A mascara I pretty much used up. This was in my last Shop My Stash. It's the Milk Kush Mascara. At one point in time, this was one of my favorite mascaras. It really does help to give some volume to the lashes and thickens up the lashes a little bit. I don't think that's necessarily what I look for in a mascara anymore. I tend to reach for ones that are more lengthening and separating, and that's why it sat for so long. I put it into my Shop My Stash. I didn't realize how dried out it was when I did that. I got a couple uses out of it. I don't think I will be repurchasing this one. I have 3 lash glues. This one from Pure is just trash, so I'm getting rid of it. And then I have 2 from House of Lashes, both the white one and the black one. This is my favorite lash glue. I would say that this is not for beginners because once you get it onto your lid, it is not moving. There is no adjusting afterwards. Like, you need to set it into the correct place. But the staying power of this is so good. I never have to worry about my lashes lifting up in the corner with this lash glue, and I've gone through so many of these. Usually I just toss them out and forget to mention them, so I wanted to make sure that I put them into the bin this time. I have a pair of lashes from Ardell. This is really here just to represent my love for these. I've mentioned them many times, the Naked lashes. This one particularly is in the style 422. I like these, but the 424s are my absolute favorite, and that's what I'm wearing today. I have a 4-pack of those currently. Again, that's another thing that I tend to just toss out and forget to mention to you guys. And lastly, for the makeup category, from Real Techniques, a 4-pack of their sponges. These are the only ones that I use, and this is also a reminder to me I need to buy another pack of them. And then let's talk hair care next because I only have 4 items. 3 of these items you've seen many times in my empties. The first being Overtone in the extreme pink. This is how I keep my hair looking vibrant. I think I did my last Overtone 2 washes ago, and you can see my hair is still pretty bright. There's a couple areas where it has started to fade. My hairline always has these blonde little baby hairs, but this is one of my absolute favorite things, and I am never without this. I've used this for many different hair colors, and I want to say I've probably been using it for about 5-ish years, maybe even a little longer. This is a deep conditioner. You put it on after shampooing, or you can also just put it straight onto dry hair. That's going to give a more vibrant result. But this is something that I will always have on hand just because it keeps me from having to color my hair super often. And especially with these bright shades, they do tend to fade pretty fast. I do have a code down below for this. I don't remember what it's for. It's like a certain dollar amount off. It is not an affiliated code by any means. It's just something everyone gets when they join their website. It's a refer a friend code. And I also have another code for Function of Beauty as well. I've been doing Function of Beauty since I've started my channel, so probably about 3 years now. This, I think, was the Feeling Fine apple scent. I just get a different scent every single time. I love Function of Beauty. I love that I can customize it. You go on there and do, I think it's 5 hair concerns. You can pick what scent you like, how strong you would like that scent to be, if you want silicones in your formula or not. And then, of course, also the color of your shampoo and conditioner. And one of my favorite parts too, do I have some on here? You also get a sticker pack that you can put on there as well. I think I have 2 of these currently opened. I have a rose one, and then I also just got their new summer fragrance, which is mango. Oh my God, it smells so good. It's like a juicy mango, fruity, delicious scent. Very summery, and I also got teal bottles for that one, so I love seeing them in my bathroom. And then lastly, in the hair category, I can't remember if I've showed this before, but this is from Cara Color. It's the Color Plus Conditioner. As the name suggests, it is a shampoo and conditioner. It's kind of like a 2-in-1, so you don't have to wash your hair prior. You put this in to damp hair. It does feel like a conditioner. It doesn't necessarily set up, but I wouldn't say that it leaves my hair feeling oily afterwards. It does get oilier faster than if I did go in with the shampoo first. And I would say that the color depositing properties aren't as strong as when I use my Overtone. So this is like an in-between kind of thing. Or if I don't have time for my Overtone, I can just quickly put this on in the shower just like I would any other conditioner. It does moisturize my hair nicely. I don't have any complaints there. As far as the scent goes, I can't pick up on exactly what it is. It is pleasant. I think it leans a little more fruity, like I almost get maybe a grapiness to it, but it's not really super strong and it doesn't last in my hair. I do already have a backup of this already in my shower. These are pretty boring, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them out of the way, all from the brand Hello. Toothpaste as well as 2 mouthwashes. We go through the mouthwash really quick. I already have more of both of these. I think I just have a different version of this. I have the nighttime one. It's lavender. I love lavender tasting things, so I'm really looking forward to trying that that one out. No issues with this brand. Again, it is available at Ulta, so it's easy for me just to grab at work when we're almost out of it. And I'm going to keep buying both of these. My hands always get so sticky when I'm filming these. Next is skincare, one of my favorite categories, and usually what I have the most of. I don't typically put in mini sizes into my empties unless it's going to A, make me buy that item, or B, there's something about it I really didn't like. Sadly, this goes into that second category. We went to Florida a couple weeks ago to celebrate my friend's wedding and then also to stay with my family. It was super great to see them and also just to get away for a while and to get out of this house. I haven't been anywhere since the very beginning of the pandemic. This is from Lila B, and I specifically purchased this to travel with. This is the Glow Cleansing Butter. Despite reviews, I did read that the lavender in here was a little strong, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out for myself. Sometimes I read reviews and I wonder if people are just being dramatic. They weren't with this. It is very strong lavender, and while I wouldn't mind that if it was just on my face, when you use it in the eye area, it does sting. It did get rid of my makeup, so no complaints there, but I will not be buying the full size. If they would just tone down the lavender in this, I think it could be a really great cleansing butter. Next up, I have another cleansing oil type thing, and I completely bought this on a whim. This is from Mad Hippie. I've been using their vitamin C serum. I think I'm on my second bottle of that. This is the cleansing oil. I saw it on the shelf at work and decided to give it a go. I think it was on sale, and I want to say I probably used this up just 2 months ago. Like, this was probably the first thing I put into the bin. It says it has ginger, organic rosehip, and pumpkin seed oil. Despite that, the scent on this is very mild. This was surprising. I actually really like this cleansing oil. It did a really good job at removing my makeup. Didn't have any stinging or irritation. The size does seem kind of small for the price point. This is 2 ounces. I would probably buy this again though if it was on sale. My favorite thing about this though, I'm gonna read the directions. It says, gently massage a generous amount of oil into the skin for 1 minute. Take a warm, wet washcloth and drape over the face until cooled. Next to 1 light pass of the washcloth over the skin, gently wiping away dirt, makeup, and excess oil. I don't know about you guys, and this is probably not groundbreaking, but this is not something I've ever done before. Usually I would just use my cleansing oil or my cleansing butter with my hands and then rinse it off. I never actually took that extra step of using a washcloth, and now I've actually bought specific ones. I'm going to show them in my next favorites video for this step. And I use my cleansing oil. I really take my time now to massage it in, and then I get hot water onto the cleansing cloth and I lay flat for a minute. Not lay flat, but just put my head flat for a minute unless I'm in the bathtub. I tilt my head back and let the steam open my pores. I take a few deep breaths. Very nice unless you are claustrophobic. And I also feel like doing that stuff helps to break up my makeup more too before I do wipe it away. I have to give kudos to Mad Hippie for making me enjoy that part of my routine more. It's become my favorite step. It's something like I really look forward to when I'm taking my makeup off. I forgot I even bought this. I do have another product from Mad Hippie. This is the face cream. Again, I bought this on a whim. I think probably with that one. I think they were buy one, get one half off. This says with peptides, acai, argan oil, and resveratrol. I like this. It's a pretty thick cream. I was using this up more in the winter time, and I was actually using it during the day because my skin was so dry. Again, you don't get a lot in here for the price tag, but I do like the pump on here. That was a really nice feature, not having to dig it in and still having to be a thick cream. Usually the heavier creams are in jars, so I did like that aspect of it. I don't know if I would buy this one again just because I like to try so many different moisturizers, but for the most part, everything I've tried from Mad Hippie so far, those 3 products have been winners, and I would love to try more from them. If you have recommendations, do let me know. Had this I had forever. I think I had this in my last skincare project pan, which ended, I want to say it was in January of this year. And this is one of the products that I did not use up completely. I finally did. The Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer from Glow Recipe. It says on their website as well as on Sephora, if you have normal to oily skin or combination skin, you can use this as a moisturizer. For me, I was using this more as a serum before my moisturizer. This alone wouldn't do it for me. But it was nice to just give an extra layer of hydration. The scent is really nice. I always say it smells like a pink Jolly Rancher. I think out of all their lines, this product from Glow Recipe, any of the watermelon products are their most popular. And I think the scent does have a big part of that, but they are effective too. I have other things like this right now just to add hydration to my skin. I have many serums that do something similar for me, so I don't think I'll be getting this again anytime soon. I do really want to try the niacinamide drops that they have. One of my friends here, Jules, she uses them all the time in videos and they look so nice to give like a dewy radiance to the skin. So I think if anything from Glow Recipe, that's what I'll be getting next time, maybe the next sale that comes around. This is something that came in a promo bag from Ulta. It was spend $50 and you got like a little goodie sampler pack kind of thing. This is from Meg Rhythm. It is one of their Gentle Steam eye masks. I will go ahead and preface this by saying I have no clue if this brand is cruelty free. I had it in my collection and decided to use it up. These are so nice though. I did find something very similar. I'm going to show it in a minute that I know for sure is cruelty free. But the way this works, and I actually did save the little eye mask. So the eye mask opens up and then it has a little place for your ears to go through. I was using this before I went to sleep, but I would imagine anywhere like an airplane or something like that where you were trying to rest and get some relaxation or fall asleep, this would be beneficial. This one has a lavender scent, which we all know is very calming. But the best part of this is that it warms when you do open it. And I would say that warming sensation lasts for about 20 minutes. If I've been struggling to fall asleep, that's probably not enough time for me. Sometimes I'm laying there for 2 hours, but it's enough time for me to at least settle down and get into the place where I'm ready to fall asleep. And I like this so much. Like I said, it did inspire me to go find one that was cruelty free. I'm going to reach back here into my back stocks. I purchased from Credo's website about a month ago for the first time. I don't know why it's taken me so long because everything on Credo's website is cruelty free. So it's like a no-brainer for me. I don't even have to think about it. And they have a pretty nice points program too. I didn't realize that. These are the space masks that I got and it says Interstellar Relaxation. I want to say it comes with 3 or 4 masks. Oh, 5. And these also do the warming lavender type thing. I haven't tried one out yet, but when I do, I will let you guys know what I think of these. I have 2 liquid exfoliators that I've used up. The newer one to me is from Crave. It's the Hallelujah. I love that name. It's so cute. This one has kale, spinach, parsley, aloe, glycolic acid, which is an AHA, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin B5. And then Good Genes, also an AHA. This one is a lactic acid treatment. I bought this many times. I have bought this many times. And I've been using it, I want to say on and off since maybe about 2016, 2017. My skin is very dry sometimes and it definitely has a tendency to flake up. I'm always looking for something that will help remedy that. I really try not to use physical exfoliants on my skin, but sometimes I feel like I need to. The most gentle one that I do use pretty often is from Tatcha. I love the rice polish, but I primarily like to use a liquid exfoliator. I did recently pick up from Paula's Choice their salicylic acid, the BHA 2%, and I've been using that for a couple of weeks now. I felt like I needed something else, something that would help get rid of dead skin, but then I also need something that's going to help with whiteheads and blackheads. There's something that I've experienced more since wearing a mask. I know that's true for many people. And just with it being summer and being outside more, I wanted to go ahead and give a BHA a chance and see how that does for my skin. I can update you guys on my thoughts on that shortly. So far, it's been working really well for me. So these 2, I probably won't be repurchasing again anytime soon. I do always say that with Good Genes though. I always try to find something to replace Good Genes and I always end up running back to it because I love what it does for my skin. So we'll see. Maybe eventually, and I do really like Crave too, so eventually I could grab this one again. I just like to try new things. I have body care next, but I threw these in here. I can't remember if I talked about them in my last Empties video or if it was part of the second one that you guys didn't get to see, but these are from Nutrimin or Nutricell Nutrimin Vitamin Gummies, vegan dietary supplements. I've been using these for maybe I'd say about a year and a half. It's really important for me to take vitamins every day because I don't eat meat, so I definitely need to get my B12 vitamin. And then also a lot of gummy vitamins tend to have gelatin in them. So these are vegan. I don't have to worry about that. They taste pretty good. I wouldn't say they taste like candy, but they don't really taste like a vitamin either. They have a fruity flavor to them. I take 2 every day. I get them off of Amazon. I have one of them currently open and then I just got another one delivered to me just because I don't want to forget. And then for body care, I have these 2 products from the brand Sponge Jelly. These are heavily featured on FabFitFun, the brand is. This came through a box at some point. It's the hand cream. It's coconut verbena. It was fine. It wasn't like a heavy duty hand cream. I definitely need more in the winter time, but I like the scent of it. Usually I keep hand creams right here when I'm filming so I can put some on right beforehand. And then this is one of their body wash infused buffers. I love these pretty much anytime they do do an add-on or an edit sale, I always add one of these to my cart. I like to keep them here, but then they're also really nice for traveling. And this is what I took with us to Florida. It's the Cherry Tonka Musk. I just get different scents every time. What I like about these though for traveling is that I don't have to worry about them spilling. And then I can also just leave them wherever we went. I don't have to worry about bringing like a half open bottle back. I guess my only gripe with these is that they are a little firm, like the first use. Sometimes they can feel a little scratchy or they can be a little tough to squeeze. But after the first couple of uses, they do get softer. This one says it's 14 uses. I think usually they last beyond that. I think I have another one by my bathtub right now, and I just got 3 more from the last FabFitFun sale. And then from Daily Concepts, I have one of the Daily Body Scrubbers. It's about this size. It just fits into this little pouch. I kept this around because otherwise, if I just took the sponge out, I would probably forget to tell you guys about it. I was getting these from work for a while, but then they started showing up on the FabFitFun add-on section or the edit sales, and they were about half the price that I was paying for them at work. So I've just been stocking up every time. These are nice and soft. I have really no complaints with the product. When I went back to work, when Ulta opened back up, at some point I needed a loofah and I went to grab one off the shelf and I was like, wait a second, that's kind of gross. They are child level and I'm sure everybody is just going by and touching them. And this was the only thing that was in a protective covering. And that's why I first initially bought it, even though it is a couple more dollars. Well worth it. It's one of those things you just don't think about or we didn't think about before COVID. It has definitely made me change many of my regular habits. And even though I was like already really good at like washing my hands and I sanitize pretty often, this is one of the many examples of things I just didn't think about. I'm just realizing I have no body butters or lotion in here, and it's because I have like 8 of them currently opened. I'm so bad with that. I like to match my scents to whatever perfume I'm going to wear that day, or sometimes even just to like a bath bomb or whatever shower gel I'm using. So I definitely will have more in the next one. And then from Hustle Butter, I have the Hustle Butter Deluxe. I've been using this on my tattoos for about 4 or 5 years, so I can really attest to the fact that it works. I just bought another one. It used to really only be on their website and I would get it on Amazon, but now it is also available at Ulta. I just bought another one because I am scheduled to get a tattoo in July and then I have another one in August, so I needed to have this. I primarily started using this because it is cruelty-free. I was looking up options because most of the things that are suggested to heal tattoos, the different ointments like Aquaphor, those are not cruelty-free. So that's what led me to the discovery of this brand. But the scent of this, I do have to mention it, is so nice. It is really, really light, but it has a natural occurring scent due to the mango butter in it. If you're looking for something more than a body butter, something that has that occlusive factor to it that you can use on heels, elbows, knees, or anywhere else that feels really dry, this is a really nice option. And the last thing I have is a body wash. I'm obsessed with these. These are the Ulta 3-in-1 body washes. You can also use them, it says, as bubble bath or shampoo. I definitely would not be trying that, but it's good to note just in case. But I primarily use this as body wash. I haven't tried it as bubble bath yet. Maybe I will try that. They had their old 3-in-1s that I never did try, but they always kind of smelled a little bit off. And those did contain SLS. This does not. So they reformulated and made a more gentle version. And these smell incredible. This is the key lime one. I'm always such a sucker for anything key lime. My family has vacationed in the Keys many, many times. So if I see something that's key lime, I will usually grab it. But my favorite one out of all the ones we've used up, I'd say it's maybe been about 5 of them now, is the peach. It smells so good. I keep buying that one. I have also currently in my back stocks the Cherimoya. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I had never heard of it before. I looked it up. The actual product itself is pink, so it kept making me think of cherry, but it is actually a fruit and it smells a little like banana, so I'm looking forward to trying that one out too. These are like 16 or 18-ish, which is a little pricey for Ulta, but they do go on sale regularly. Usually it's buy one, get one half off, and that's why I have so many back stocks of it. All right, guys, that is all of my empties. It feels a little weird to not be here for 3 hours. I usually am when I film my empties. Like, I can still film my butt. That is not normal for these videos. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you've tried any of the products I went over today, I would love to hear your thoughts on them. If you did enjoy this video while you were watching, please do go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see me and more of my remarks, please subscribe if you haven't already. I thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.